It's going. It's rolling.
It's rolling.
It's rolling.
In your many years of running audio, Stuart,
oh boy,
I need you to tell me definitively today what the best microphone brand is. Go.
Oh my gosh, the best microphone brand
Right now.
Like
Settle the debate for everyone.
settle the debate. So if I say it has to be a Shure 57.
Just Shure.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. All around. No, you can't answer this question. There's no way to answer.
You can't?
There's no way to answer this question.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Because a lot of churches we work with ask us to definitively
sure.
answer this
They
question.
might be sure of something.
Okay.
But
It's just because you can't work Sennheiser into a sentence very
yeah, I don't
well.
know how to. Yeah. So
There's a lot of mic companies out there.
There are a lot of mic companies. I mean, me personally, let's separate wireless from wired.
Oh,
for a
definitely.
second.
Let's just talk wired for now.
Okay, wired. I mean, you can't honestly, you can't go wrong with the industry standards. 57s, 58s, 52s, like the standard.
Which are Shure brand microphones.
Yeah.
They've been on a lot of tours.
Yeah, I mean, you pull up, you get on YouTube, type in your band full concert. And just see how many 58s you see and 57s you see on stage.
Big concerts.
Yeah, like you just can't go wrong with them. So I would tend to if I really had to answer this question in a very generic sort of way, I would say stick with the industry standard Shure microphones.
Yep, Shure microphones are good. Really, when you talk about this, most audio technicians are going to point you into two camps. We've talked about Shure exhaustively. Sennheiser would be another really common company, and that's actually the company that we tend to go with a lot. Not always for the reasons people think, though. It's not because we think Sennheiser mics are that much better than Shure. But honestly, like as an integrator, a lot of times it's come down to the relationship. We've just built a really good relationship with Sennheiser. Yeah. Not saying Shure hasn't built a good relationship. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Like you have certain friends just because you happen to make friendships with them. Like, so for us, like we've worked with Sennheiser a lot. They customer service has been so excellent, and our representative who works with us very closely. So I think, like for me as an integrator and especially as a system designer, that means a lot to me. And so we tend to use a lot of Sennheiser microphones on our stuff, and then you can get into the rabbit hole. I mean, Neumann, Audix, Audio-Technica, AKG.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, there's just like so many out there. I mean,
some of them sound better than others, but what I would argue is quit thinking so hard about the microphone.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
And think about the signal flow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, is everything else set up correctly? It's kind of like, what guitar string should I use? Well, let's start with, do you know how to play guitar? Yeah, do you know how to play guitar? Because a lot of times you need lessons more than you need
guitar strings.
New guitar strings.
Yeah. Well, and here's something very funny, a cautionary tale. A better microphone will not make something sound better.
No.
In fact, it's going to have the opposite effect.
Yes,
and
exactly.
people are always really shocked by this.
Yes.
They go out and buy a really nice recording microphone, and they record themselves playing guitar, and then they quit playing guitar because they suck.
Realize that, I can hear things better.
Yeah, you're going to hear all the inconsistencies. And I would say in the church world, that can be a very bad thing sometimes. Because let's be real. In most churches, we're working with volunteers who are doing an awesome job. Mm-hmm. But maybe week to week, you have different volunteers. The band is changing. All kinds of things are changing. And if you have really nice microphones on stage that are super transparent and hear every little inconsistency, it actually could work against you and maybe bring out things that you didn't really want to bring out in your performance.
Yeah.
I think the other cool thing about microphones is just the variety. Like, my other encouragement is, like, obviously, don't go blow a ton of money on it unless you can, but, like, play around. Mm-hmm. How many times have we talked in the audio industry where, like, dude, you wouldn't believe what I did this weekend. I took a microphone and did something that everyone had said you should never do with that microphone, and it sounded awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, things that really shock people.
I used this microphone on the bottom side of a snare this weekend to do the snare wires, just because I had it laying around, and I thought, why not?
Try
it sounded awesome.
And then on the flip side, here's something that Stuart and I do a lot when we're working with churches is use what you have.
Yeah.
Chances are, if you go looking through that old church building that has been there for 100 years, go open every closet. And sometimes you will be blown away by the type of gear you find. Or like, for instance, I was just working with a church 2 weeks ago, And we're listening to their drum set, and he's like, so one of the problems is we can't hear the drum set in the live stream. And I said, okay, it's a common problem because they're not miking their drum set. It's a small church.
Yeah.
I said, well, hey, do you have any mics laying around? And he opens this drawer, and hey, there's an SM57. I said, great, go put it over the kit.
Yeah.
Get it kind of centered over the snare drum. And he did, and I threw it into their live stream, and he put the headphones on. He's like, well, I can hear the drums. He's like, we need to get the piano in, too. I said, do you have any other mics? And he's like, man, I got this vintage Behringer something or other. Like, I don't know what this mic is. I said, I don't know what it is either. Throw it on a stand and put it on the piano. The worst thing that'll happen is you'll turn it up, and maybe that mic doesn't complement the instrument.
Yeah.
Then just experiment more.
Yeah.
Go try a different mic.
Move it around a little bit, in and out, whatever.
But don't overspend money when you might have good microphones just laying around your church.